Right lads, CFC Vlogger here, and here's another weekend preview. There hasn't been one for a couple of weeks, obviously because the international break. But yeah, so England, good international break for England really, in terms of results, not so much in terms of performances, but that's for another video. So the weekend, a lot of interesting matches, not so much big matches, but very interesting matches. Obviously Charlton away to Watford. I'm going to that, and hopefully it'll be a good game, but that's for later, that's for a different time. So I'm going to start the Premier League results on a lunchtime kick-off of Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. I just think it's going to be 3-1 to Man United. You know, Palace, they've done well, they got their first win, you know, all this stuff, but I don't think they're that good. They don't have a good enough squad in my opinion, and Man United should be able to see them off fairly easily. Hopefully Zaha scores a hat-trick. That'd be quite funny, but he probably won't even get played, so I don't know how he's going to score a hat-trick. But yeah, so Man United 3, Palace 1. Aston Villa versus Newcastle. I picked a 2-1 win for Aston Villa. You know, it's a very hard one, especially this early on in the season. I'm not sure whether Remy's going to be back for Newcastle, but even if he is, I can see Villa, they've got a lot more potential going forward. I can see them leaking a goal, that's why there's the one there. But yeah, so, and Villa have got a lot of potential up front to score goals. You know, obviously Benteke being the main guy, obviously Bognor can get a couple of goals as well. Yes, I've 2-1 win for Aston Villa. Next game is Fulham versus West Bromwich Albion. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Fulham. You know, there's not really much to it. Fulham hold out well at Craven Cottage. Obviously apart from against Arsenal, and you know, I can see Darren Bent nicking himself another goal, because the thing is, with Darren Bent, we've said this over and over again, if you play him, he's going to score, because that's just who he is, he's a goal scorer. So, you know, and he's in my fantasy football team, so hopefully he scores. Also, Spurs, no, missed the game. Next game, Hull versus Cardiff, the first time two promoted teams come against each other in the Premier League this year. Out of the two promoted teams, they both started off fairly similarly. Speak words. Can I just speak words? No, I can't. They both started off generally the same. But I think Cardiff have got a slightly better squad, and they have enough to beat Hull on 2-1 win for Cardiff. I'm not saying Hull bad. I like Hull. But I do think that their squad isn't as good as Cardiff's squad. I don't think they've got enough of a threat going forward. Cardiff do, obviously, with Fraser Campbell hitting form and stuff like that. Obviously, Bellamy is always going to be a really good player. Next game, Spurs versus Norwich. I picked a 2-0 win for Spurs, despite them losing Bale, but they haven't had Bale all season, so that really shouldn't be taken into consideration. And I think the players will be really want to go out there and prove that they can play without Bale. So so a 2-0 win will be a solid result against Norwich, who are a good team really. They've got a couple of good players up front. They've made a few good signings this year. But yes, Spurs 2, Norwich 0 is my prediction. Next game is Stoke versus Manchester City. It's just going to be a boring match, I think, to be honest with you. I picked a 1-0 win for Manchester City. Obviously, I can just see, you know, Negredo getting another goal or whatever, and unfortunately Stoke, again, they don't have enough presence going forward, and I think that'll cost them. But I can't see it being a really exciting game. Most of the time when Stoke are playing, it's not an exciting game. So, yeah, 1-0 to Manchester City. Now, here's a very interesting game. Arsenal's £42.5 million signing, their club record signing, will most likely be debuting, or should be debuting if they're paying 40+ mil for him. And he's debuting against Sunderland. Sunderland away, which isn't a bad. I think he can really get into the swing of things. I think it's Ozil is either going to swing either way. He's either going to be a complete flop. He's going to be absolutely extraordinary. I don't think there's going to be any middle ground for it, especially with a price tag like that. And yeah, and I can see Arsenal winning 2-0 with my prediction. And I would have probably predicted an Arsenal win with or without Ozil, so it's not a particularly important factor at this point in time. So yeah, so Arsenal 2, Sunderland 0. Next game is we've got potential to be a very good game. It's Everton versus Chelsea. Everton haven't had the best start to the season. Hopefully they'll kick on. They haven't made a couple of new signs, the likes of Lukaku. I don't know if he'll be eligible for this match. Obviously he's on loan from Chelsea, so he probably won't be eligible for this match. But also the sounds of like James McCarthy and whatnot. And I think Gareth Barry's also gone on loan to them. So they've definitely strengthened. Obviously losing Fellaini is quite a big loss, but you know they've bought a couple of other holding midfielders, and they have always had quite a lot of attacking midfielders. So yes, I predict a 3-2 win for Chelsea. As much as I like Everton, I don't think they've got enough to be able to beat Chelsea, who have been at I would say very good start to the season, but a good enough start to the season. And Mourinho's obviously going to be looking to pick up all 3 points there. The next game is Southampton versus West Ham. This is a Sunday game, the only Sunday game as well, but it was a little bad Super Sunday really. But it's Southampton versus West Ham. I would predict to be not a very exciting game. I'd say 1-0 win for Southampton. You know, this one is just a real guess, to be honest, because there's not really much difference, and obviously early in the season it's hard to tell the difference even if there is. So yeah, I say Southampton 1, West Ham 0. Next game is the Monday night football game, Swansea versus Liverpool. Now, I'm pretty sure Sturridge is going to be back from injury at this point, but I predict 2-1 win for Liverpool. I just feel like they've played really well so far this season. They've got enough to beat Swansea, who have been very distinctly average this season. So yeah, not much else really to say about that. And moving on to the last game is the Charlton game. It's Charlton versus Watford, or Watford versus Charlton, obviously Watford at home. I'd love to be positive about this game, but I just can't be. I can see us winning, because I didn't expect us to win last season when we beat them 4-3, but you know, I think my final prediction could be a 2-1 win for Watford. It'd be nice to nick a goal, give us a bit of spirit, maybe even take the lead, or I don't know if I want to take the lead only if it was taken away. But yeah, so I would love it to be as good a game as last year. Even if we lose 4-3 this time round, it'll still be a really good game. Again, like last year, hopefully the atmosphere will be good, because it's my first away game this season. And yeah, so this has been the CFC Vlogger. Please like, subscribe, comments. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later.